Alright, enough is enough. Ever since Xbox announced they purchased Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, and a bunch of other massive studios, Sony fanboys have been running around crazy on social media attacking anyone that's excited for Xbox and its future. They have bad takes, a bunch of narratives that need to be destroyed, so let's get into why Xbox has completely driven these non-gaming fanboys crazy. Let's do this because there's a lot to talk about, and honestly, it's a little sad. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. Alright, so enough of that. The first thing I have to say is that you know who I am. You know I don't go on social media attacking people and doing all those dumb things. You know I don't care about dumb drama that people try to spew. Yet after a while, you start to see some misinformation being spread. You start to see people attacking a platform just because it exists. Yeah, most of all, you see people attacking Xbox for no reason other than they're angry. Competition is at an all-time high between Xbox and Sony. They're afraid their piece of plastic is going to become irrelevant because they don't want to play games on an open platform like Xbox. That's right, I'm talking about Sony PlayStation 5 fans who continue to attack Xbox executives, yell for antitrust monopoly strikes against Xbox, not to mention try to damage control that their platform is doing better at everything. All the while screaming that Xbox has no games and doesn't cultivate talent whatsoever. So I want to get into every single one of these dumb narratives and try to explain why some of these people are just going to continue to hate on the thing that most of them have asked for, which is competition between Xbox and PlayStation and having Xbox actually start to make big games and be a competitor in the gaming platform. The first thing I want to talk about has to be the antitrust monopoly thing that people are experts about all of a sudden. So the first thing I have to bring up is the fact people have been yelling for the last 5 years that Xbox has no games, that Xbox doesn't have anything on their platform, and they have no exclusives. It's been a dumb narrative that's been going around for far too long, yet now these non-gaming law students all of a sudden think Xbox has a monopoly in gaming? Really? Where's the logic in this thinking? If Xbox has no games and nothing on their platform, why would anyone look at them as a monopoly in gaming if they don't have anything? Maybe check your logic at the door. Oh, and not to mention, a lot of experts in law have said that even with this purchase, Xbox is still going to be third in revenue behind Tencent and Sony. Isn't that funny? Tencent, a big company that's been buying up an insane amount of gaming content, and Sony, the company that's in direct competitor with Xbox, is in the console space. And just so people don't get up in arms, let's see what this article has to say about where things land between the companies. Microsoft's purchase of Activision Blizzard for $68.7 billion has fans going wild, but PlayStation owners are worried what might happen to their favorite franchises, while Activision Blizzard CEO Bob Kotick said that the deal is expected to close by the end of the fiscal year 2023. That hasn't stopped gamers from speculating about the future of Activision Blizzard titles. Announced on the Xbox Wire, Xbox will be gaining all of Activision Blizzard properties and studios including Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, and more. The deal also includes the mobile game maker King, best known for Candy Crush. According to the Wall Street Journal, this deal could put Microsoft as the third highest revenue generator in gaming, just behind Sony and Tencent. So you mean to tell me that Xbox is going to get struck with monopoly for being third in revenue? I don't think that's going to happen, so stop pulling at strings to find a flaw in this deal because it hurts your feelings. But now, let's move on to the next thing, which is people attacking Xbox executives for advertising and marketing this new acquisition. Aaron Greenberg, who's one of the lead marketers at Xbox, changed his profile picture to advertise that Crash Bandicoot is going to be an Xbox game from now on. And wouldn't you know, a bunch of Sony fans who only know how to play Twitter just had to attack him for doing this, saying they would never join the Xbox community because of this. Are you serious? You're mad that a person who works for Microsoft and Xbox is advertising the biggest purchase in gaming history and is happy to advertise one of the older franchises that people love that's going to be a part of this acquisition? Were you yelling at the top of your lungs when Sony attacked Xbox with the boring video game with your friends in 2013? Did you yell from the rooftops when Sony said 1080p makes you a better gamer? Did you leave the PlayStation platform for them being that toxic during those eras last generation? Did you leave them for raising their prices of their games to $70? Or the fact they lied about believing in generations? No, you didn't leave, you didn't get mad, you didn't yell from the rooftops and go to social media? Huh, funny, maybe you just want to hate on a guy just doing his job. Maybe you should take a step back and actually play some games instead of attacking executives marketing the brand they work for. I mean, come on, get over yourself, play some games, go out there, I don't know, do something else instead of attacking people for a platform. Which brings me to the next topic, which is people screaming again that Xbox is going to lock games away from them. Are you serious again? You're afraid of Xbox exclusives all of a sudden? Didn't you yell that Xbox has no exclusives and they have no games, and what's the point of getting an Xbox console? But now you want to be mad when Xbox finally decides to compete at a level Sony didn't see coming? Oh, and let's talk about Sony locking down games for timed exclusive deals that does nothing, and I truly mean nothing, for other gamers. I'm not talking about the games that they fund and make like Death Stranding. I'm talking Destiny locked content on the PlayStation 4 for over 2 years. They blatantly locked content away from other platforms on a game that those platforms already have. It's anti-consumer and something that should be banned from gaming. They locked Spider-Man and Avengers away from other platforms because they wanted a cheap way to advertise the PlayStation 5, which, by the way, backfired on them and the game in general. But wait, we aren't done yet. Sony also locked down time-exclusive games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, which are multi-platform games made by a company that's now owned by Xbox. We don't get mad about those back alley deals, but we'll get mad when Xbox buys studios and locks them down and makes them first party. Sounds like a double standard for people to just scream. And these people even champion timed exclusives and have even said they would be happy if Xbox did time exclusives instead of buying studios and cultivating talent into the first party. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard of when it comes to fanboys doing dumb things. Instead of people wanting timed exclusives, why not ask your platform to open up? Why not release your games on more platforms for more gamers to enjoy? You know, like Xbox has done when they put their things on PC and even on mobile with the cloud. Oh, is it because you don't really care about other gamers? You care about a piece of plastic and what it's going to sell or what it's going to do for you on that single piece of plastic? Sounds like you should really reevaluate your values and what you think gaming is about. Which brings me to the last thing that these non-gamers talk about, which is that Xbox doesn't cultivate talent and doesn't build up studios. This has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Sony just bought 5 or 6 studios last year in 2021 that were working on numerous multi-platform games. I mean, Insomniac Games made an Xbox exclusive game, for crying out loud, yet now they're Sony only. All the smaller studios they bought were known for working on console games along with PC games. Not just Sony games, Guerrilla Games, Naughty Dogs, and pretty much every single studio Sony owns was purchased during the PlayStation 3 era to help bolster their first-party output. No one cried then, and no one tried to make fun of them. Yet once Xbox buys Bethesda, people have to start crying. Talk about not knowing your history in gaming, because the first console Bethesda was on was the Xbox console. Bethesda has been one of the biggest partners with Xbox for the longest time, so it was only natural that they cultivated that talent and then joined the Xbox family, something I'm sure these fanboys will forget. Oh, and let's talk about Xbox Game Studios, who Xbox has completely funded from the ground up. The Initiative, a brand new studio they built, Playground Games, making nothing but Xbox games, and built a brand new AAA studio making Fable, not to mention help make Forza Horizon one of the biggest franchises in gaming, especially in the racing space. 343 Industries, built from the ground up. Again, they brought people from Halo and they wanted to make Halo games, and that's exactly what they've done, and they've brought out multiple high-rated games built from the ground up. The Coalition, built again from the ground up. Rare has been a part of Xbox for the last 20 years. Again, something that has been built within Xbox. Throw in the new studios who didn't have a lot of funding and have basically doubled, if not tripled in size since joining Xbox. Again, built up because Xbox has given them everything they needed and didn't shy away from funding them and giving them the biggest budgets they've ever seen. Yet now, with Activision Blizzard, you're going to get angry that Xbox is competing and trying to get some of the most talented developers in the industry. Blizzard is huge. We all know that. Activision has so many studios making Call of Duty games. I mean, Xbox just got 15 plus AAA studios in one purchase, and that they'll help cultivate into first-party studios for the Xbox Game Studios. Hate to break it to everyone, but don't be mad that Sony bought 5 or 6 studios that will help make great games for them. Yet Xbox bought 15 AAA studios with some of the biggest franchises and IPs under their belts. It's obvious that this has nothing to do with Xbox creating their own studios and building it from one person to 300 people. Sorry folks, that's not how things work. Building studios from nothing to AAA takes 10 years to do, if not longer. You need the talent, money, franchises, and of course, multiple games to release before doing that. That's called more than money. It's called you need time. Xbox has been doing that in their studios for the last 5+ years, building up something that will last, all the while grabbing even more talent from around the industry to help shore up their first-party studios. If Sony did this, you'd be happy, just like you're apparently happy they have timed exclusive games on multi-platform games. That to me is far more anti-consumer than a company buying studios to put on the most open platform in the gaming industry. And that's what I don't understand the most. Xbox truly has the most accessible platform in all of gaming. You can play your games on console, PC, or even the cloud. All these games aren't locked behind a $500 piece of plastic and $70 games. You aren't forced to play these games on something you don't want to. That's something I hate to see when I see a PlayStation timed exclusive. It's why I haven't played Deathloop. I don't want to play the game on the PlayStation 5. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'd rather wait to play it on Game Pass, which is the most consumer-friendly service in all of gaming. Yet when you look at God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and all the other first-party games, sure, I'll play those on the PlayStation because I want to see those experiences and do that. But if it was on PC, I'd rather play them there with my Xbox controller. Maybe, just maybe, stop looking at this with your favorite piece of plastic in mind. Why not look at this to see that Call of Duty and all of these massive games and franchises will be coming to Game Pass? And you won't have to break your wallet every single holiday season when these games come out. And in fact, games are starting to come out all year round. So it's getting pretty expensive out there, and I think Game Pass has hit at the right time. Maybe demand better from Sony instead of getting mad at Xbox for competing at the highest level we've ever seen Xbox compete. Something that every single gamer has asked them to do for the last 8 to 10 years. If this gets you angry, maybe you don't really care about gaming. Maybe you just care about the drama in this dumb console war. Because so far, after seeing everything on social media, on Twitter, and everywhere around, I have to say, a lot of people are mad about this. It really shook the industry. And a lot of these people that are claiming to one platform, one piece of plastic, are very mad that Call of Duty and all these games might be exclusive, and it has them very scared of what the future holds with Xbox, which to me looks extremely bright. But enough of what I think about all of this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Are you surprised by the hate Xbox is getting? Do you think Sony fans will finally calm down? Do you think Xbox is a monopoly even though they have no games apparently? Will Sony buy more studios and lock timed exclusive deals? Are Sony fans just mad that Xbox is finally competing at a level they never saw coming? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I'm playing a lot of Rainbow Six Extraction. Me and my buddies have been playing that like crazy. I love that it's on Game Pass. I'm playing it on the PC. I downloaded it on the Series X, been playing there also. I have to say, the game runs extremely well. I think it's polished. I don't think there's a lot of bugs in there. I haven't ran into anything that's game-breaking. So far, so good. I have to say that the game looks pretty cool. The game looks stunning. I like the enemies. I like how intense it gets. It really makes you think and strategize how you're going to tackle certain situations. So I'm having a lot of fun with that. And the best thing about that, it's on Game Pass. So talk about the service giving you even more games than we thought. Now I'm looking forward to Dying Light 2, Horizon Forbidden West, and I might even check out Elden Ring when that comes out next month. There's a lot of games in February, and there's a lot of games coming out this year, so let's hope we can knock these all out and get them done. But let me know where you're playing. Are you playing on your PC, your Xbox Series X, or are you on your PS5? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.